Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can make it look good. I wonder how big we're going to make it. Going to leave the contrast. Going to lighten it up. Alright, what are we going to make out of this? What is it? It's a car magazine with a missing front cover, and we got this advertisement. I'm going to throw that aside. This advertisement showing, of course, a car, and basically we're going to just photocopy this side of the job, and that's with the horses, the lovely little horses prancing around on the picture. So we're going to put the horses in the frame, and the car is going to be out of the frame for a change. So I've got that smaller than A4 and a bit bigger than A4 on the vertical. So we're just going to squash that in. I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to just put hopefully we can get the pages to the edge of the photocopier. So now let's just give ourselves a guesstimate. We're going to go 115.4, I think. And we're just going to take a punt and see if this comes up a treat or if it comes up shit. It's not easy photocopying magazines, especially like this. So let's see how the horses look. How yeah, they look good. The edge of the page is there. We can just see the edge of the page. But apart from that, it looks really nice. Wondering if we're going to keep it like that. And we're just going to make that the centre of our job. I think that's going to be the centre. So I'm wondering if we're going to try and fix that problem with the horses. We're going to actually maybe the reduction, maybe we're going to keep it there. Alright, we're going to leave it as is. We're not going to worry too much about the pages on the edge. Sometimes it's a pain, but because we're not making that the centre of our job, it should be an acceptable floor to be. I'm wondering if maybe we could move it over a bit. I was actually thinking to make the horses more in the middle instead of losing too much of the action with the enlargement. So we're going to just go and slide this across, which will get rid of the border of the magazine, so that might solve that problem. So we're just going to put it there like so, drop the dock feeder on it. Sorry about the poor camera work. I've only got two hands, folks. So now we're just going to print off and see if we've made a good return on this gamble. I don't gamble, I don't follow the horse races, folks, but it's a bit like that in a way. But that looks a lot better. The horses are more in the centre than they were. Trying to think where the centre of the job is going to be. We're going to make that the centre of the job, I think, and it looks better without the ugly page marks on the edges. So it's a lot better. It's a lot better quality of an image. So I'm glad I decided on that instead of just settling for what was shit. So let's see how we go with our second piece. I'm still thinking there might be improvements that I could do, but I don't think so. I'm hoping not. So now we're just going to try and line up the corners as best as we can. But these horses look really nice. It's like they're free, but I don't think these horses are free, to be honest. They would have been trained for the job. It's very difficult. It's notoriously difficult videoing or filming in the old days animals and children. Both animals and children can be a challenge to the photographer or the videographer in this case. Stabilising image, please wait. Typical Konica Minolta. But I thought I'd do something interesting. Instead of photocopying the cars, I thought this was a nicer image, or more adaptable for this kind of use than some of the other images that I was looking at. So we got the horses. A lot of people love horses. My mum used to enjoy watching the horse races on TV because she just loved looking at the horses, admiring them. Fortunately, she wasn't hooked into gambling on the horses. She just looked at the beautiful animals that were in there. I don't know how cruel it is, horse racing, to the animals, but my mum really is disgusted with how they get treated as money-making commodities. But anyway, that looked better than I thought. I think now we can call this demo quits.